Getting set for the final event of the 2025 Jerome Classic, the men's 3,000 meters. Won't have as many pacers as we had in the women's race, but still a healthy amount. And some quite elite talent will be doing that job here, including Charles Philibert Thibodeau and Robert Heppenstall. Also joining them, Jean-Simon Deganay and Max Davies.
Well, to your point, athletes we already saw on track really battling with everything they had tonight. So this is a lactic swim fest, I think. But so many of these runners know what it feels like to have great pacers ahead of them, so happy to return the favor here at the Jerome Classic.
And in the field proper, we will have a defending champion and the meet record holder, Thomas FAFARD. Ran 7:41.20 last year to take the victory and set that meet record. Nicholas Bannon from Royal City Track and Field will wear hip 1. Yemane MULUGETA from Ocean Athletics will have hip number 2. Isaiah Johnston from the Thunderbirds will have hip 4. Matthew Travaglini from the Calgary Spartans, hip 5. Andrew Davies, another member of the Thunderbirds side, will have hip 6. There is the defending champion and meet record holder, Thomas FAFARD. He'll have hip 7. Ephrem MEKONNEN will be wearing hip 8. Peter KUNKA for the Penticton Track and Field Club will be wearing hip 9. And Arjun SANDHU from the Vancouver Thunderbirds will be wearing hip 10. And Andrew All is going to join in on the pacing duties. There's Charles Philibert Thibodeau. He'll be wearing hip 11. Again, he will be pacing. And Leroy Russell III back for some more pacing duties. And there's Jean-Simon Deganay and Max Davies.
Well, Adam, as we saw in the women's race, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of these pacers spread out because we know that there are different packs that will likely form up looking for some top times. But right away to the front here, Leroy Russell III, and the third indeed, because I believe is his third pacing job of the night. Jean-Simon Deganay sitting just tucked behind him, the steeplechase standout for Team Canada. Phenomenal performances has had Deganay over the last several years. It's been a real standout. Two-time Canadian champion, 2024 Olympic finalist, and already some separation occurring. That was about 46 high through that opening. 300 meters.
And that is Thomas FAFARD tucked in behind Philibert Thibodeau right now, so he is leading the race proper. Looking to improve upon his meet record from last year of 7:41.20. The pace they're looking to go at tonight is 7:41 flat.
Well, they saw what the women did ahead of them. They know that the conditions are good. The track is fast, the competition is strong, and the support in stadium is phenomenal. So this is the making of magic. We've seen this time and time again. It's the last event of the night, but certainly not diminished in terms of importance and expectation.
Coming up to 800 meters now, and they were looking for, actually they only have the next pace is 1,000, so we'll update you there. They're looking for 2:33 through 1,000 meters. So that will be the next time they go across the start line. Start/finish line. So Leroy Russell III, his pacing duties for the night have come to a close. Again, 2:33 is the pace they're looking for. A little behind that, right around 2:35.
And I'd say even closer to 2:36 there, Adam. So that's, again, it's a hard thing to come back from. You don't want to go out too fast, certainly. But going out upwards of 3 seconds too slow can really put you in a bit of a hole for the amount of work you have to do. You're always freshest at the start. We see our duo of phenomenal French-Canadian Olympians up front in the form of Desgagnés and CPT. Little bit of a gap back there to Davies leading the chase pack. FAFARD actually looks phenomenal right now. He looks very composed, very relaxed, tucked in on the inside, not expending any more energy than he needs to. He's sitting in the slipstream of CPT, and to his outside is Desgagnés, and so he's got kind of a perfect wind block at this point.
4 laps
so they
left
picked
to
it up
go.
there.
That last lap, 62 seconds for FAFARD.
And now that is Jean-Simon Desgagnés stepping off, it's going to be CPT taking things through for FAFARD. These guys know each other. They train together. They've spent lots of time getting to know one another and trusting each other, and this is all on display right now. Look at how relaxed FAFARD looks. He is just cruising. He's stepping over the ankles very smoothly. Arm carriage is low, shoulders are low, chest is high. He just looks phenomenal right now, and he is obviously poised to take on something pretty special tonight. Like Rigigny, he's going to have to do it mainly by himself here. After CPT drops, again, we know him to be a phenomenal competitor and great pacemaker in his own right, but there's only so far you can go. As we talked about, it's a mental fatigue aspect that starts to creep in, and this is where we see it happening. As soon as your pacer starts pulling away from you, it means that they're about to drop out. So I wouldn't be surprised to see CPT pull out here at that 2K mark.
Last lap for FAFARD was 61 seconds.
So that was a faster second 1,000 meters there. They were 2:36 to the opening, 5:10 through 2,000. So picked it up by about 2 seconds. And I'm really impressed to see CPT still in this. We're coming up on 800 meters to go.
And now he will step off the track. And it'll be FAFARD on his own through these final 800 meters. Meet record 7:41.20. That's what he ran to win this last year. .600 meters left to go for FAFARD.
And Adam, he's just outside of his personal best tempo. He knows what he needs to do to get it done. You can see him starting to grimace. He was about 4 seconds shy of what he needed to be at that 2,000 meter split. But the difference is here, he has all of that support from the in-stadium crowd. He's been given the gift of some of the best pacers in Canada, and he is coming up on 1 lap to go. Bell lap, 6:51 on the clock.
Pace is falling off, though. Its last lap was 66 seconds.
But you know, Adam, at this point, it's really just about going for the effort and going for the glory. He might not eclipse the time that he wants, but look at the effort he's putting in. He's committing all the way. He knew it was going to be a long shot. It was also going to be a solo effort. 200 meters separate Thomas FAFARD from the finish line, and he knows it. Showing up in his best form over this last lap, over this last 150 meters.
FAFARD looking to defend his title here at the Jerome Classic. And he's going to do just that. Thomas FAFARD wins the 3,000 meters, 7:55.30 unofficially. And MULUGETA is going to come through for second. 8:05.67 for him. Travaglini third, 8:07.28.
Brilliant, courageous run there for our winner. Again, you don't always get the competition you want. You don't always get the night you want. But if you can turn up as your best self, knowing you've got lots of support by way of your pacers, your friends and family, and of course the rest of your province and country behind you, that is a good feeling, and that's exactly what we saw on display here. Everyone sitting down or bent over, and a phenomenal win there for Thomas FAFARD. Well done, sir. 7:55.33 for the win at the 25 Jerome Classic.
Now, two of the pacers did the entirety of that race. Aaron All, 7:58.41, so he crossed the line second, and then Andrew Davies, 8 minutes even, crossed the line third.
Well, again, when you put that much work in, why not finish it off? But FAFARD holding form and looking great across the line on a beautiful evening in Burnaby, BC. What a great meet it's been, Adam.
Well, we've seen more records fall here today in the 2025 edition of the Jerome Classic. Saw Evan Dunphy better his record, Canadian record, in the 3,000 meter race walk, and then a couple of records in the shot put. Charlotte Bolton improving her Canadian record, and then Sarah Mitten improving her Jerome, classic record in the shot. We'll be back with you on July 25th for La Classique out of Quebec City. And then July 31st through August 3rd, we've got the Canadian Track and Field Championships, full coverage right here on ACTV. And Kate, but another exciting day of competition at the Jerome Classic.
Adam, it sure has. We set it up as one of the last great chances ahead of the Canadian Championships, and it showed up in spades. What a beautiful set of performances across the track and the field, and I can't be more excited for our Canadian Championships coming up in 2 weeks' time.
We're getting closer and closer to those championships, but before them, we will have La Classique from Quebec City. Again, we'll have full coverage of that meet July 25th right here on ACTV. For Kate Van Buskirk and our entire ACTV crew, I'm Adam Dunphy. Good night from Burnaby.